ClaretsTV speaking to Champions League manager Robbie Simpson after the New Year's Day win against Braintree here. Robbie, a great start to the new year.
Yeah, it was brilliant, wasn't it? You know, we challenged the players to follow on from Boxing Day. We knew it was going to be tougher. We knew that. Well, we spoke about it. The first thing I did in my team talk was ask them what they think Braintree would do, and they did exactly what we thought. They came out of the blocks really fast, really aggressive, putting us under pressure constantly, and it was key for us to withstand that early pressure and try and silence it as best we can with the ball. And being honest, I don't think we did that particularly well. We did it okay, obviously, because they didn't score, and we did, but I wanted us to be better, and we could have been better for sure, but we did keep the ball out of the net, and we did score a really good goal. So, and we had moments where we looked dangerous actually before the goal, but I mean, he strikes such a sweet football, and I know that their keeper will probably be disappointed that it went in his near post, but I was right behind it. It was right in that near post and struck really, really sweetly. So that was a brilliant moment for us as a team, because we were under pressure in that early part, and that kind of settled the game down a bit. And then obviously the sending off makes it a different game again, and I don't think it's a sending off. It's a foul, and that's it. I don't think if the ref would have given a foul and then let the game go on, no one in the whole stadium would have batted an eyelid. And if that's a sending off, then I would have had multiple red cards in my career. You know, every time I jump with a defender during my 15+ career, your arms are at kind of like shoulder, chin level, and I haven't got these scars on my face for nothing, and I haven't given defenders some scars on their faces, because that's football, that's men's football, and that's what happens, and you shrug it off and you carry on, and you hope you get the next one in. And it was just a really combative challenge between two good aerial players, and that was it. So obviously disappointing again. Obviously we'll watch the video, so I believe that my view of it is correct again, and it was nothing more. But from speaking to people, there wasn't any, and yeah. So and unfortunately we're used to playing with 10 men. We've got a good system with 10 men. We believe that we can go and win games from even being behind 2 goals, and we were in front, which was great. Obviously St Albans was the anomaly in that, and I felt like there was just moments in that game that could have turned it. But today it was another incredible display by my players. No one can question their desire or willing to win games of football or represent the badge the way it needs to be represented. They are absolutely incredible, and today they prove once again just how good they can be as well. It's not just about working hard, it's about staying disciplined, it's about throwing your bodies on the line when your teammate might have got done, and it's about having composure on the ball when you win it to help your team get up the pitch and give the defenders some respite, and it's about having quality to score goals, and we scored 2 again with 10 men today. So it's a brilliant display by us again. I feel like even though we were not as good as I'd have liked us to be in that early period, for the rest of it we were absolutely outstanding and thoroughly deserved the win.
I suppose that's a good thing, sort of knowing different ways to win the game, because we were sort of dominant on Boxing Day and then had to fight for this one.
Yeah, like I said, unfortunately we are accustomed to playing with 10 men, and we know what it takes, and they're confident with 10 men, and I feel like we showed that. You know, with being 1-0 up, we recognised we're at home, we recognised it was a derby, and that meant we couldn't just sit in and hit on the counter attack. We actually had good pressure on the ball, and we picked our moments to release and put pressure on the ball and try and win the ball up high up the pitch. And that was really key today, that we got that right, because it could have easily gone wrong. So the patience and then the commitment of the players when they did do it was spot on every single time, and that's why we kept a clean sheet, and that's why we scored 2 goals and won the game.
Yeah, so it was a ruthlessness in both boxes. I suppose we've had games where we've been on top and not taken that first chance, but we did that today, and at the other end, loads of blocks and bodies on the line.
Yeah, well, the first goal is always crucial here. It is always crucial. I'd like to see the stats actually on who scores first and goes on to win a game, but we certainly feel like the first goal here is really crucial, and we're very, I guess, half fortunate, but also not, because Callum does that regularly, strikes a ball like that, and we got in a good area for him to be able to do that.
And we'll talk about a squad update. We've got Louis Dunn. Has made his comeback for the first team on Friday in the Tolsham, but he's gone out to get some more minutes. Yeah,
so pleased that Louis back. We had a good conversation after Friday night, and he recognises that our midfield currently are playing really well, and that he's gone up, he's built himself up to 90 minutes, and then that might take a step back to then build up actually getting 90 minutes for the first team. And he's been out for so long, and he himself was open on Friday and just said he doesn't feel like he's back to the level he was before his ACL. Even though he's got the 90 minutes, he feels like he's injury free and fit enough, but now he needs to get to that level. So loaning him to Hayes and Yedding has given us that opportunity for Louis to carry on playing after so long out, and getting minutes in an environment that's more like the level that we play at.
A couple of loanees from Portsmouth, unfortunately injury cut him both of their spell short.
Yeah, well, Josh is still recovering from his thumb injury, like a freak injury, and his loan's finished. So big thanks to him for all of his efforts for us, and we wish him well with that. And Liam, obviously, the most unfortunate sort of loan going, really, with getting injured in his first game, and I think he's still not quite fully back fit. But we wish him well with his recovery, and but yeah, they won't be with us obviously going forward. And a couple of other players leaving, Eze Bouzema and Anisius Lewis. Yeah, well, Nice, he's had injury troubles for a while, and mentally I think he just needs to step away from football. We've had a good couple of conversations with him. He just needs to focus on himself and not necessarily the demands of football and making it as a footballer. He just needs to spend some time getting fit first and foremost, and making sure he's injury free, but then also mentally getting in the right place to have another go at football. It's not the end for him, that's for sure, but and we wish him well, and we'll always keep in contact, and he'll always be welcome back whenever he wants to. But yeah, he's moved on, and then as he's moved on as well, obviously he's been out of the team for a little while, and with Louis coming back, and we've got lots of midfielders, as he's going to move on, he's one that can definitely come again. He showed in the first 6 or 7 games of the season how good he could be, and he could be comfortable at this level. But with where we're at the minute, I think we both realise and mutually realise that it's best for him to move on. And looking ahead to next week, 9 points out of 9 from the festive period, but move on to a Worthing in the playoffs, and a few good games coming out against fellow playoff teams in January. Yeah, exciting. You know, that's what we want. That we want the pressure of these games. And I said to you last time that the hardest thing as a team in football is producing performances and results week in, week out. And we want to go on a real run. We feel like we feel like it's been coming, and the first half of the season we've certainly played well enough to go on a run, but not got what we deserved, and the focus is to try and get that run of back-to-back victories, and then let's see where that takes us. Okay, well done this afternoon, Robbie, and Happy New Year. Thank you, Happy New Year.